Okay, now that the software has opened, you can see that it gives us a bunch of different choices. The one thing about all of the Adobe softwares is that it gives you little instructional videos on how to get started. So you can go back to these anytime you would like to learn a little bit more about the software. I'm just going to give you some very, very basics on Animate today and show you how you can make some things move around. You can use Animate. It is to create things. That's what it's for. It's creative software. And you can use it to do demonstrations, presentations, and just to show how things work. You can also use it for game development. A lot of people use it for sprites, just to create sprites for other animations. And we're going to just use it today as a learning tool so that you can do a quick little demo if you would like for your class. You can use it as you can see here, you can use it for web. You can also use it for websites. And you can create code in it using JavaScript. You can create different animations for mobile devices if you would like. But right now we're just going to use a very versatile product here with the Animate, which is going to be the ActionScript 3. We're just going to click it and then it opens. Now as we get started, you need to know a little bit about what's going on. This gray side outside of the white rectangle is called a pasteboard, and you can use it to create other little doodles and things if you would like. The white part is what's called your stage, and this is the camera view. And once you export your animation, your movie, this is all that will be seen right here in this part. We also have tools over here, and we have properties over here, and then we have our timeline. So let's take a look at each of these individually. The panels give us properties for different things. So it can give you publish settings here. It can tell us what our target is, which is right now just a plain Flash player. And we're using an ActionScript here. And then this is our frames per second. This is how fast these little frames down here that we're going to create in a minute go by. And then this is the height and width of our stage area, which is this is our workspace here. We do have advanced settings, and we can change the color of the stage, which would be the different color for our background. And that's very effective when you're creating things like holiday animations, particularly if you want to give it some different glows and things like that. And that's all that we have open right now. We do have a document open. Now let's look at some of the tools here. Just like in other programs we've looked at in Photoshop and things like that, we have a direct selection tool. We also have our rectangle tool to create shapes. And as we do that, notice that our properties panel changed over here. And we also have a paint bucket for a fill color and a pencil for our stroke color. So if I just drew something on here, you can see it has a black stroke and it has a green fill color in here. Something else to notice is that all of a sudden we got a little black dot here, and that told us that we had a new keyframe. Now there's a couple of things to know about this. First of all, we have layers, and to create a new layer we can go down here to the upturned corner page to create a new layer. If we don't like that layer, we can always delete it. One very important thing to remember is anything that you want to move must be placed on a different layer. So you could have a layer that has your background and you can extend it all the way through the animation, and then you can have other little things that are moving on there. It's very effective.